listen, I just came up here to warn y'all. It is a scam going around, okay? Now, I don't know what stores these people was at or going to, but I can tell you one thing. If you shop at Walmart, you need to pay attention, okay?
I mean, you can literally feel this. You can feel this is almost an ounce light. When is this shit gonna stop with Walmart? We need to create awareness, guys. We need to get...
I hope Walmart knows that ever since they switched to this like new pricing system, I buy far less clothes because I can never find the price.
Walmart carried out two revolutions unlike anything the American retail industry had ever seen. When Walmart arrived, it swept through everything. It completely changed the way Americans shopped and swallowed up local stores. We could not live without Walmart. And in 2026, after becoming an unbeatable empire, Walmart started making a whole series of changes again. But this time, those changes are driving thousands of customers away. What happened? Inspection tricks exposed after a string of recalls, extreme changes to price tags, going from welcoming customers to pushing them away. Today, let's look at Walmart's latest changes and see how they are backfiring. You will see how this giant became an unbeatable empire and how it betrayed us. This is a video you cannot afford to miss because you helped Walmart become so powerful that it no longer has to respect you. Why did we used to love Walmart?
Guys, I really fear that Walmart might be losing the whole plot. Because what is going on with their clothing prices? So within the last year or two, their clothes have been just knocking it out of the park. They have been so cute, so affordable.
Walmart changed the way we shop so much that now we almost forget we ever shopped differently. And there is no denying it, Walmart used to do this extremely well. That may sound like an exaggeration, but think about it. Before Walmart became such a familiar part of everyday life, shopping was usually much more spread out. Groceries in one place, household supplies somewhere else, clothes, tools, and medicine meant another trip. Then Walmart showed up with an incredibly simple idea: why run all over town when you can get almost everything in one place? That is when everything started to change. You could go in for dinner, then grab motor oil, cold medicine, dog food, and a pair of socks for your kid while you were there. Today, that sounds completely normal, but that is exactly the point. Walmart made convenience feel so normal that we forgot it used to be a huge advantage. Once you get used to that, it is very hard to go back. Nobody wants to spend half of Saturday stopping at 4 stores when one place can take care of almost everything. I do not either. But convenience was only half the story. The other half was price. Walmart created a very strong feeling that you did not have to turn every shopping trip into a price hunt. Maybe one item somewhere else was a few cents cheaper, but you trusted that if you filled an entire cart at Walmart, at least the total bill would be reasonable. And when convenience came together with trust in the price, Walmart stopped being just a store. It became a habit. Then that habit changed our expectations too. None of us woke up one morning and decided to hand Walmart a huge amount of power. We just chose what was cheaper, faster, and easier. Completely reasonable, but every time Walmart made that choice easier, we had fewer reasons to shop anywhere else. And that helped Walmart completely win over customers and eventually crush local stores. And maybe it is exactly because Walmart once did that so well that today's Walmart disappoints so many customers. Are you curious what changes have made thousands of shoppers so angry I'm about to show you? What is happening with prices at Walmart? Walmart built an entire empire on one very simple promise: come here to save money. So when Walmart itself starts shocking you with its prices, that is not a small thing.
Has Walmart lost their motherfucking minds? $44 for an off-brand of snow boot? Did you know you can get bogs for $50? Like, what? We're going to hell in a handbasket.
And it is not just this woman or this one video. You can find thousands of videos online complaining about Walmart prices. An $83 plastic trash can, a $20 disposable camera, regular Walmart shoes going for $25 or $30, a small bag of snacks regularly costing almost $5. Sometimes shoppers stare at the price tag so long that they start wondering, wait, did somebody put the wrong price on this? I know everything costs more now. Walmart does not live on some planet that is immune to inflation, transportation costs, or wages. I do not expect them to sell things at $19.95 prices either. But Walmart spent decades teaching us that this is the place for low prices. If you walk into Walmart now and keep thinking, even Walmart costs this much now, then part of that old promise is clearly starting to fall apart. But to me, high prices are still not the most frustrating part. What bothers me more is seeing one price, putting the item in my cart, then getting to checkout and seeing a different number.
Oh my god, look. These price tags started updating right in front of me. This is crazy, dude. Oh my god, that cup went up in price. I wish I would have. I had to like get my camera going, right? So there was a delay. Dude, this was under $2. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. Maybe it was like $1.98. Now it's $2.18. But like,
And this is not just something that exists in complaint videos online. In 2024, a federal appeals court allowed a lawsuit accusing Walmart of charging higher prices at checkout than the prices shown on shelves to continue. One example in the case involved a bottle of oil listed at $3.12 but charged at $3.64. That is both sad and unacceptable. I go to Walmart to buy things. I do not go there to work as Walmart's unpaid price checker.
I hope Walmart knows that ever since they switched to this like new pricing system, I buy far less clothes because I can never find the price of whatever it is I'm looking for, and then I have to pull out my app in order to scan it to figure out what the price is, and that's enough for me to just not buy it.
Walmart even acknowledged a technical error in 2024 that caused customers at about 1,600 stores to be charged incorrectly at self-checkout, including cases where shoppers were overcharged. So customers did not suddenly start watching the screen and checking their receipts for no reason. Then things got even hotter when Walmart started replacing paper tags with electronic shelf labels. In 2026, about 2,300 stores were already using this technology, and Walmart planned to expand it across the entire chain. Prices that once required an employee to physically replace each tag can now be updated much faster. And anyone can run into this, not just the people who recorded videos and posted them online as proof. You can too, the person who still shops at Walmart twice a week. And when a store that once made you feel confident about prices now makes you feel like you need to check those prices yourself, Walmart has lost much more than a few cents. It is losing the very trust that used to keep us coming back. Walmart customers are starting to weigh what they buy. Have you ever weighed a package of meat before putting it in your cart? I have not. And until recently, I did not understand why I would ever need to. Then these videos started showing up.
I'm back at my infamous crappy Walmart once again, and as you can see, they are scamming people once again. You can see this tray of chicken is 1.5, see he's bouncing around now, 1.520. But the package wants to lie and say 1.7.
Customers take a package of chicken ham or other packaged meat at Walmart, put it on a scale, look at the number on the label, then look down at the scale. They do not match. In some cases, the difference is large enough that the person filming checks it again. But wait, what bothers me most is not even the difference itself. The first thing I think is, what if this person never weighed it? Nothing happens. They pay, take the meat home, cook it, eat it, throw away the package, and never know.
All right, let's weigh these one by one. $1.83. It says 4.93.
That is the part that really starts to bother me, because who goes to Walmart carrying a scale in their pocket? If the label says 4 pounds, I trust that it is 4 pounds. I never thought I needed to prove that Walmart knows how much 1 pound weighs. Who lives like that? But once you watch somebody weigh a package and discover a problem, your mind starts going backward. What about the meat you bought last week? The holiday ham last year? All those times you filled up a cart over the last 10 years, 20 years. How many times did you check? Probably never. And no, that does not mean we know for sure that we were charged incorrectly hundreds or thousands of times. We do not know. I could have watched these videos, treated them as a few random packaging mistakes, and moved on. But Walmart once agreed to a $45 million settlement in a lawsuit involving allegations that customers overpaid for certain foods sold by weight, although the company denied wrongdoing. So I started asking myself something even more uncomfortable. Is this problem new, or are we only now starting to check? And please do not tell me the solution is that customers should start weighing everything themselves. No. If I buy meat by the pound, then 1 pound needs to be 1 pound. I am not buying the product from some factory somewhere. I am giving my money to Walmart. If the label is wrong, Walmart should catch it before I do. I do not want to walk into Walmart thinking like an inspector. I just want to buy dinner. And once you start questioning the price, then even the weight of the product, it is very hard to go back to the way things were. Because from that point on, you are not just shopping anymore. You are on guard. Can Walmart really control what is sitting on its shelves? If the price is wrong, at least I can check my receipt. If the weight is wrong, at least I can put the package on a scale. But what about unsafe food? I do not bring a laboratory with me every time I go to Walmart. There are some things we have no choice but to trust the store with. Food is one of them. But just recently, there have been recalls that make this question hard to ignore. In 2026, some great value fresh cheese products sold at Walmart were also recalled because the milk ingredients may not have been fully pasteurized according to standards. This is where I stop asking what the supplier did. I start asking what Walmart's system is doing. If a product has already been identified for recall, then the next step should be very simple. It disappears from the shelf. Walmart is huge. The supply chain is complicated. I understand that, but size does not just bring power. Size has to come with responsibility. I am not asking Walmart to personally test every carton of milk, but if you are big enough to sell food to millions of families, then you also need to be good enough to know what is no longer allowed to sit on your shelves. And that is why this part bothers me more than a few dollars. First we ask, am I paying the right price? Then am I getting everything I paid for? Now it becomes, can I trust what I am bringing home? Walmart needs us to place a huge amount of trust in its system. The irony is that while Walmart needs us to trust them this much, when you walk into the next aisle, it feels like Walmart trusts you less and less.
Walmart is the only place I know that lock everything up. And then when you want to buy the shit that's locked up, you press the button and nobody comes. Sitting here pressing this button for 20 minutes, go to every associate, ask them, hey, can you unlock the keys? Can you unlock the keys? Everybody looking at me like I'm the one who got the key. You know what?
There was a time when Walmart wanted you to walk in and feel welcome. Now at quite a few stores, the feeling is more like, do not touch this, do not take that yourself, and if you want to buy it, go find someone with a key. Does that seem ridiculous to you? You brought money, the product is sitting right in front of you, you want to buy it, and somehow sometimes that still is not enough. You press the button to call an employee, you wait, nobody comes, you go find someone. That person does not have the key. Then you keep waiting just to be allowed to buy something Walmart is trying to sell you. I am sorry, but when did giving Walmart your money turn into a permission process? That is what makes those glass cases more frustrating than the lock itself. Because the lock is telling you something without saying a word. We are not sure we trust you. You have not stolen anything. You have not done anything suspicious. You are just standing there with your wallet in your pocket. But the product has been placed out of reach because the system is built around the possibility that you or someone like you might take it without paying. And yes, I know some people will say the reason is theft. Some stores suffer very heavy losses. If products keep getting stolen, the store has to lock them up. I understand. If people kept taking my stuff without paying, I would try to protect it too. But why are the people who do not steal the ones being punished? Walmart is no longer just fighting theft. It is using the time and patience of paying customers to make up for a problem those customers did not create. If we were only talking about an $800 phone, I would have nothing to say. But when personal care products, cosmetics, and ordinary everyday items start appearing behind glass too, the question becomes, at what point does protecting merchandise start turning into pushing customers away? Because the reason you drove to Walmart is simple. You need that item now. If you already had to drive there, walk inside, find the right aisle, then stand around waiting for somebody to hand you the product, eventually you start asking yourself, why did I even come here? And the biggest irony is still ahead. Walmart does not trust you enough to take the product out of the glass case yourself. But a few minutes later, when you get to checkout, Walmart trusts you completely. Scan it yourself, weigh it yourself, bag it yourself. More surveillance, less service. Walmart is making you do everything yourself. What annoys me is not the self-checkout machine. What annoys me is that we have gotten so used to it that we barely notice Walmart is shifting more and more of the work onto customers themselves. Think back to your most recent shopping trip. Who walked around the store picking up every item? You. Who checked the prices because now you do not completely trust them anymore? You. Who pushed the whole cart to checkout, scanned every item, weighed the produce, and bagged everything? Still you. So let me ask you how much service is actually left. There was nothing wrong with self-checkout at first. I buy 3 things, I do not want to stand in line, I scan them myself and get out of the store in 2 minutes. Great, but that is only convenience when I get to choose it. When there are fewer and fewer staffed registers, the lines get longer and an entire cart full of groceries gets pushed towards self-checkout. It does not feel like a choice anymore. Walmart just handed you more work. Sometimes I even catch myself scanning too slowly and start feeling guilty because the person behind me is waiting. Think about how ridiculous that is. I am doing work Walmart used to pay an employee to do, and now I'm worried I'm not doing it fast enough. Walmart knows those tasks are work. They pay other people to do those exact jobs. It only suddenly becomes convenience when we do it ourselves. And does your bill get any smaller? No, you are still seeing prices that make you do a double take. Products are still locked up, employees can still be hard to find, but at the end of the trip, you also get the job of cashier. And that is not all. The machine will not read the code, you wait. Cannot find the right produce item, you figure it out yourself. The machine says an employee is needed. You wait again. So now I am the cashier, the bagger, and in the end, I still have to raise my hand for help because the machine does not like the way I set down a bag of potatoes. And here's the question I want you to think about. Who is this technology actually convenient for? There is a huge difference between Walmart using technology to serve us better and Walmart using technology to make us serve Walmart better. Walmart used to win by asking, how can we make shopping easier for you? Now they are starting to ask, how much more can you do yourself? When Walmart makes customers adapt.
Child, why are we in Walmart? And they said they can't sell us home items, so like candles and your bedroom set and that, etc. They can't sell that to you on Sundays. So if you was to pick it up and take it to the cash register, they wouldn't let you buy it.
Maybe the clearest sign that Walmart has changed is that they do not always need to convince you to like a change anymore. They just put it in place. The next time you come back, it is already the new rule. You may have shopped at the same Walmart for years. You know which register is faster, which entrance is closest to where you park, where the self-checkout area is. Then one day you show up and everything is different. That register is no longer for you. A process you always used is suddenly restricted. A payment method you were used to is gone. You ask an employee and the answer is basically, this is how the store does it now. Of course, Walmart has the right to change how it operates. I do not expect a giant corporation to hold a customer vote every time it moves a machine, but there is a huge difference between we changed this to serve you better and we changed it. You figure it out. Walmart used to grow by adapting itself to us. Want lower prices, they found ways to cut prices. Want to buy more things in one trip, they made the stores bigger. Want to shop later, they extended the hours. They had to earn your shopping habits. Now at some stores, even the way self-checkout works can change depending on how that location operates. Some machines may be reserved for members or delivery drivers. You can get used to doing something one way at one Walmart, then go to another Walmart and find out the rules are different. And guess who is the last person to know you? The person standing there with a full cart. I do not need Walmart to send me a letter every time they change a process. But if that change directly affects how I spend money in their store, then at least do not make me discover the new rule by running straight into it. This may sound small until you look at the bigger question, is Walmart still as worried about upsetting you as it used to be? And I think this is where the balance starts to shift. When a business knows that angry customers do not necessarily mean lost customers, that business has less reason to keep customers happy the way it once did. Even Walmart employees say it has changed.
From electronics, I've been working at Walmart for almost 5 years, and I can say that everyone here is overworked and underpaid. The attendant policy is bullshit. We are treated from management and customers poorly every day. Whenever we have a problem with it, we're told that we're replaceable. I'm tired of the constant gaslighting. This company treats their elderly associates.
But maybe we are getting angry at the wrong person. The employee you were just frustrated with because they did not unlock the cabinet fast enough, did not call another cashier, or could not fix the self-checkout machine may not be any happier with Walmart than you are. And when you listen to people who have worked at Walmart long enough, the story starts to feel a lot heavier. One person who worked there for nearly 25 years said they watched Walmart change little by little after the Sam Walton era. It was not that Walmart was one company today and suddenly became a different company tomorrow. It happened so slowly that if you only stopped by once a week, you might not even notice. But if you stood behind the counter for decades, you have a very clear before and after to compare. And this is what I find interesting. Customers complain that Walmart has more procedures, more controls, less flexibility, and fewer people available to help. Employees talk about attendance points, schedules, rules, management, and the feeling that they are just another replaceable part. Those sound like two different stories. They are actually running into the same wall. So customers get angry at employees take the anger, and the people who actually designed the system are nowhere near the conversation. And to be fair, not everyone who works at Walmart hates the job. Some people admit the environment is not easy, but the benefits, insurance, or pay are still better than the alternatives they had before. For them, it is a trade-off. But wait, does that sound familiar? Customers are doing the exact same thing. You may not like Walmart the way you used to, but it is still close to home. It still has almost everything. It is still easier than driving to 3 different places. An employee may think, I do not like everything about this place, but I need this job. A customer may think, I do not like Walmart anymore, but I still have to come back. And at this point, I start to see a problem that is bigger than one machine, one lock, or one difficult manager. If both customers and employees feel that Walmart has become colder, more rigid, and less concerned about people than it used to be, then maybe everything we have just seen is only a symptom. The real question is, what made Walmart become like this? did Walmart really have to become like this? To be fair, Walmart in 2026 cannot operate the way Walmart did 30 years ago. But does that mean they have to treat customers this way? Electronic shelf labels can help Walmart change prices faster. Great. But if you start feeling like you need to take a picture of the price just in case, is that still progress for you? Self-checkout can help the store operate with fewer cashiers. Fine. But if you are the one scanning the products, weighing the produce, bagging everything, and then standing there waiting every time the machine throws an error, who exactly is saving time locking products can reduce theft. But if a paying customer has to stand there for 10 minutes waiting for someone to open a cabinet whose time is Walmart using to reduce its own costs, Walmart is not necessarily becoming less modern. In fact, it is more modern than ever. The problem is that the system is becoming better optimized than the people inside it. If these changes make so many customers angry, why can Walmart keep doing them? Maybe the answer is very simple. They know most of us will still come back, because Walmart is still nearby, still familiar, still has almost everything, and in many places finding a real alternative is not easy. So maybe the next question is not just how Walmart changed, it is how powerful we helped Walmart become. Maybe we share some of the responsibility too. I could sit here and blame Walmart for another 10 minutes, but that would be too easy, because there is one part of this story nobody likes hearing. Walmart could only become the Walmart we know today because we rewarded it for decades. Not because we were stupid, and not because we wanted small neighborhood stores to disappear. We just did something completely normal. One place sells the item for $14. Walmart sells it for $10. You still have rent, gas, electricity, and expenses for your kids. You choose Walmart, I choose Walmart too. You were just trying to save money. But the problem is that when millions of people make that same reasonable choice week after week, year after year, the market starts to change. Walmart sells more, expands more, buys at a larger scale, and its prices become even harder to compete with. What happens to the small store across the street? Some survive, some do not. The stronger Walmart gets, the harder it becomes to compete with Walmart. And we usually do not recognize the value of having another choice until that choice disappears. When Walmart first arrived, you gained another place to shop. 20 years later, in some communities, you look around and realize Walmart is now one of the few practical choices left. That is when the balance shifts. You still have every right to say, I hate what Walmart is doing, but if the next store is a 30-minute drive away, costs more, or does not carry everything you need, then having the right to be angry and actually being able to leave are two very different things. Walmart did not take power out of our hands overnight. We handed it over one shopping cart at a time. I do not think the answer is for everyone to boycott Walmart tomorrow. For a lot of families, that is simply not realistic. But we still have something very powerful, the ability to choose every time we open our wallets. If a local store has reasonable prices, good service, and deserves support, sometimes give them a chance. Not to punish Walmart, but to remind any business that customers are not something they can assume will keep coming back forever. And I want to know where you stand on this. Has Walmart really changed for the worse? Or are we being too hard on a company that has no choice but to adapt to a new era? Do you still shop at Walmart because you think it is worth the money? Or have you started going somewhere else? Leave your thoughts below, especially if you have worked at Walmart or had an experience that changed the way you see the company. If you like stories like this, where we look deeper into things that seem completely ordinary in everyday life, subscribe to the channel. Because Walmart is definitely not the only company changing the way we live before a lot of people even realize it.